Today in Women's Worldview, we shall begin a new programming called Nritya Sansaar. This will be hosted by an extremely talented and a beautiful girl, Miss Sumona Apsara Parii. She hails from Shiv Shakti School of Dance. Let's hear her out, followed by her premiere episode. आदाब, नमस्कार, मैं नीलिमा मेहरा, आप ही की host, आप ही की दोस्त. What's new on GTV? A lot is new on GTV. In the year 2016, we are going to have new hostesses who are actually going to be on the screen for their entertainment and to be sharing their love and their talent and their art and their culture, not only with you, but with the rest of the world. We are known for global reach. We bring you very close and with intimate relationship with the community and with everybody all throughout the world. Anyway, back to GTV and what's new. Today I have with me a beautiful girl whom I have seen growing up since she was a little child. Well, she's blossomed into a beautiful girl, and not only that, a beautiful dancer. You may say I'm biased because I'm a Bharata Natyam dancer myself. But no, I love all types of dances, whether it's Kathak or Kathakali, I mean, you name it. But this beautiful girl has a special spot in my heart. Her name is Sumona Apsara Parii, and she's a Parii indeed. She's actually a guru, the founder, the director of a well-known dance institute right here in Falls Church by the name of Shiv Shakti School of Dance. And by the way, her segment here on GTV will be known as Nritya Sansaar. Let's get her on the screen for you. Are you ready? Here she is. Well, hello, beautiful. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
You are as pretty as I first laid eyes on you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So how have you been?
I'm doing very well. It's been a blessed year so far, and my last year was wonderful too. So I'm doing wonderful.
Oh, lovely. Well, congratulations. I hear that you've opened this beautiful school called Shiv Shakti School of Dance. Tell me, when did it open, and what exactly do you teach, and how many students do you have?
I have been teaching for a while, but never exactly per se school setting. And by chance, coincidentally, because of my performance schedule, I've had more private students. So I never officially have been teaching group students, especially children. It's mostly, it's by coincidence, actually more adults, private classes. But in that time, it worked out well because of my hectic performance schedule. So, but now I just feel that the universe has kind of guided me to go to the next level, because as much as I simply am very passionate about performing, I also love teaching. I love giving back. It's my way of giving back to the universe for all the blessings I get through dance. And I have a soft spot for children. I love children, so I said, why not send it out there and start having the intention of teaching children. For me, children represent the next generation, and Bharata Natyam or any other classical dance or any kind of dance form around the world is wonderful to share to the next generation because they get to know their culture, it's a great self-discovery journey through it too. So hence the reason Shiv Shakti School of Dance. And in terms of how many students, well, now I'm just allowing the universe to flow. There's a saying, whenever the student is ready, the teacher arrives.
Absolutely.
So I'm just sending it out to the universe.
Absolutely. Well, knock on the door and the guru stands to serve you, they say. Well, I remember interviewing you about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, and I know your history, how you learned dance, and you've become such an accomplished personality. But I know your main forte is Bharata Natyam. I know that, but you have liking for all the other classical dances. How about Bollywood dancers, semi-classical dancers? Tell me about your experience in that genre.
Well, I consider myself a Bharata Natyam dancer, specifically trained, but I also would like to hope that I'm also a versatile artist or versatile dancer. And I do explore with Bollywood dance and contemporary Indian dance, where I use my training from Bharata Natyam, especially for the Abhinay part or the basic foundation structure, which I think in general any dancer makes one a better Bollywood dancer. Because you have the whole Abhinay, the feeling, you understand the words of the song, and you're able to express yourself better. So I will always be thankful to my foundational training of Bharata Natyam, which has helped me hopefully be a better Bollywood dancer and contemporary Indian dancer. And I'm a soloist in all those different types of forms of dances. And I enjoy performing both actually. They both have their own unique experience and joy to sharing to the world.
That's beautiful. Now, your articles have been published all over the world. I know newspapers and magazines, etc. So you're blessed, I must say, because I know so many other dancers all over the world who don't get this opportunity. And I know that you've also performed at many prestigious venues in your life. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
If I were to ask you, Sumona, what is your favorite spot that you have performed, or for favorite set of audience that you've performed, what would your answer be?
Wow, that's a very good question.
And a tough question.
And a tough question too. To be honest, every place I have performed has its own beauty, and for children, adults. But if I had to have just one place I could choose, that was a new experience, was definitely performing at Smithsonian,
Nice.
which I did about a year and a half ago. They had an Asia for Dark, a Bollywood night event, and I believe this was sometime in June 2013. And it was really, really interesting because I got to perform Bharata Natyam, and I got to perform Bollywood dance and teach adults. Basically, they were mostly predominantly adults in the class setting. And they just enjoyed it so much, and it was just such a thrill to watch people understand Indian culture and appreciate it. So that was, in itself, that was a very unique and special experience for me, definitely, and I hope for the audience who is witnessing part of it.
Lovely.
So, yeah.
Now, you teach children, adults of all ages. Do you also teach male students?
Actually,
And the reason I ask, and I'll tell you why I ask, there's a secret behind it. I have two boys who are physicians now, and when they were learning Bharatanatyam from Charu Narasimhan, she used to say, you know what, these are my first two boys that I have. And both my boys are very well accomplished Bharatanatyam dancers.
That's pretty awesome.
So, yeah, that's why I asked you. I said, do you also teach?
Obviously, I haven't had the experience as of yet, but I'm, as a teacher or a guru, is always open to welcome any kind of students if the student is very serious and committed and honest and genuine about what they want to learn. But I guess Bharatanatyam or many other classical dances is just designed in such a way that it's more women or girls who join, although the irony is the gurus of much way before us, they were male.
Well, like I said, you know,
dancers, so.
I hate to interrupt you, but I'll be honest with you. The way I look at classical dancers of India, I wouldn't really say it's women-centric, because if, like you said, if you go, you know, centuries back, it's all male. I mean, Guruji's
That's very true. Yeah, it does. If you go way back centuries, one of the best gurus were male, and not only in terms of teaching or gurus, they were brilliant dancers. And I think when I see, and I have seen male performing artists or Bharatanatyam dancers, and I have to admit they have definitely a different appeal, a different energy they put out there, because kind of, you know, Shiv Shakti, Shiv masculine energy, Shakti feminine energy. So they bring that extra dose of Shiv energy.
Absolutely.
And whereas the female brings that extra dose of Shakti energy. So if you see a male and female performing at the same time, it's a beautiful yin-yang experience.
Lovely,
so
beautiful. I like that. I really like that explanation. Beautiful. Now, in your experience, like you said, you teach students of all ages. Is it much easier to deal with younger children as compared to women of our age?
You know, both ages have their own challenge. Younger kids, because I see children as sponges, they're definitely more open. They are more open to experimenting. And so in that sense, it is easier. on the flip side, with children, you do have to discipline them. You know, you want to discipline them in a loving, kind way,
Sure,
in a
sure.
compassionate way, but in a firm way. And as far as teaching adults goes, we don't the discipline is not much of a worry. You're kind of hoping they'll come in, they know their basic manners and everything like that. But sometimes the challenge lies is because they're adults to have that childlike beginner's mind attitude,
Sure.
which a child has a lot more easily than an adult. So, and sometimes, and it depends on the background, maybe if they have had dance training before, that naturally plays a role in what they're learning
Sure.
now. So they have to literally, sometimes I encourage them to come in as a blank slate and just start, have that
Afresh.
beginner's mind, fresh new start. So both, like I said, both are beautiful experiences and have their own, you know, things that are easy and have their own challenges.
Absolutely, well put, very well put. Now, a few weeks ago, I was reading an article about you in a magazine, actually, and I read that you're very interested in yoga.
Oh, I love yoga.
So, share with us very quickly your experience in yoga. When did you start? Do you teach? And do you see a correlation between yoga and Bharata Natyam?
Oh, definitely. Yoga, technically, I feel it's been in my life, my whole life. When I was a young girl, my mom used to go to yoga classes and I used to tag along with her. And I loved it. I loved doing all these asanas. I was always fascinated.
So your mom is the key behind it all.
She's the key behind it. She's the one who
And
kind
she
of
herself
opened the
is a
doors.
beautiful lady because I
Oh,
know her
thank you.
personally. So, yeah.
So definitely my family played a huge role in it. And then technically I was trained in a yoga teacher training course in California when I lived there in 2010.
No wonder we were missing you Washingtonians.
So I was training for my Bharata Natyam Arangetram there at the time, and I also simultaneously joined a yoga teacher training. And definitely, to answer your question, there is an immense relationship between classical Indian dancers and yoga. And when I teach students or even do workshops, I tell them that they both have historically started similar times, around 4,000 years ago. And a lot of the poses that we do in Indian classical dance stem from yoga. So I always hope in my journey as a dancer and as a yogini, yoga helps me be a better Bharata Natyam dancer or dancer in general, and dance helps me be a better yogini, not only as a yogini, a practitioner, but also as a yoga teacher.
Wow, beautiful, lovely, lovely. I mean, I wish I could speak to you over and over and more about this whole topic, but it seems like our time's running out. So before I close, very quickly, I'd like to find out from you, and also if you could address our camera, to educate our viewers as to what exactly are you going to be projecting and featuring on your segment called Nritya Sansaar. There's the camera.
Well, Nritya Sansaar, as defined, means world of dance. And so I would like to just express and share the different forms of dances I have been performing and that I have been educated in, which is Bharata Natyam, contemporary Indian dance, and Bollywood dance. And that way it shows a variety of different styles, and there's a diverse avenues of ways I will get to express myself, and I hope you can enjoy it.
Beautiful, very well put. I look forward to it, and I'm sure our viewers are as well. And you speak very pretty, just as much and as well as you dance. And I've actually seen you doing stage performances, and you're very graceful in in your mannerisms. No, really are. So I'd like to wish you much luck, and we do hope that our viewers are going to enjoy you immensely on our screen. And if need arises, we can send people, children, women, men, on your way to teach them dance. And thank you for sharing your big, wide world knowledge of beauty of dance.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Namaskar. I am Sumona Apsara Parii. From today onwards, I will be presenting this new program, Nritya Sansaar. I will be sharing with you the art of Bharata Natyam, contemporary Indian dances, and Bollywood dance. We will be talking about these dance forms, and I will also be performing them. As we know, Bharata Natyam is one of the most ancient classical Indian dances from Tamil Nadu, South India. This 4,000-year-old dance has undergone many changes throughout the centuries. Historically, it was performed by temple dancers known as Devadasis, who performed this beautiful dance as a way of expressing their deep devotion to God. Currently, after many thousand years later, Bharata Natyam is one of the most popular classical Indian dances in the world. In this first segment of Nritya Sansaar, I will be performing a traditional invocation piece of Bharata Natyam. It is called Ganesh Pushpanjali, in which the dancer seeks the blessings of the divine by making an offering of flowers. She bows to the supreme energy, in this case, Lord Ganesh, son of Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati, who is also the elephant god of new beginnings. This dance is set in Ragam Natai, Talam Adi, and choreographed by Srimati Ramya Harishankar. Please enjoy.
झम झम तरता तधिमित किट तक तकत तधिंगिन तुम तारित झम झम तरता तधिमित किट तक तकत तधिंगिन तुम तारित झम झम तरता तधिमित किट तक तकत तधिंगिन झम तधिता तधिमित किट तक तकत तधिंगिन तुम तारित झम तजम तरिता तधिमित किट तक तकत तधिंगिन तुम तारित झम तजम तरिता तधिमित किट तक तकत तधिंगिन तुम तारित झम तजम तरिता तधिमित किट तक तकत तधिंगिन तुम तारित झम तजिता तधिमित किट तक तकत तधिंगिन तुम झम तक जाऊं तकिट जाऊं तकिट किट जाऊं तक तधिंगिन तुम झम तक जाऊं तकिट जाऊं तकिट किट जाऊं तक तधिंगिन तुम तरित धन 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 तजनु धनु धनु धिमि 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 तकिट धरित धनत जनुत धिमित धरित धनत जनुत धिमित धरित धन धन धनत जनु जनु जनुत धिमि धिमि किट तरित धनत जनुत धिमित तक धिमि धरित धनत जनुत धिमित तक धिमि तरितां तद्धनतां तज्जनुतां तधिंगिन तुम तधिंगिन तुम तधिंगिन तुम तरितां तद्धनतां तज्जनुतां तधिंगिन तुम तधिंगिन तुम तधिंगिन तुम तरितां तद्धनतां तज्जनुतां तधिंगिन तुम तधिंगिन तुम तधिंगिन तुम तरित झम तरिता
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Please join me in my next segment of Nritya Sansaar. I am Sumona Apsara Parii of Shiv Shakti School of Dance in Falls Church, Virginia. Have a beautiful day. Namaskar.